attention. Can I have everyone's attention real quick? I'm gonna do like I do with the kids that I work with. You hear my voice? Can you clap once for me? You hear my voice? Can you clap twice? One more time. Twice. All right, now I got everybody's attention. Thank you so much. I hope everyone's enjoying their salad. While we wait on the food to come out, I would like to go ahead and bring up our speaker for today. So, Ms.
The room just filled with so much excellence, and so proud of the students. Definitely, let's go ahead and give a round of applause just for the students being here. So, to all the students that are being recognized today, this is your moment. You put in the work, you've overcome so many challenges, and today we're going to celebrate not only your resilience, your brilliance, but your next big step, college. Man, I remember that just like it was yesterday. Oh my gosh. So, as you enter this new chapter, I want to offer you something more than just advice. I want to be able to share 5 truths that are rooted in the values that I have in my office called the Unity Hub. For those of you who know, PNW Unity Hub on Instagram, see what we're doing. But with these 5 pillars, what I call the 5 pillars of success, they'll not only help you survive college, but thrive in it. And with those being community, sense of belonging, academic excellence, cultivating leadership, and personal and professional development. So think about that as we're going to go through here as I have you guys just here for a couple minutes. So first, community. You did not get here alone. And as you continue your journey, you won't be going at that alone either. Your community, your family, your friends, your guardians, the people that are here supporting you, they have all helped shape your journey. But now, it's your turn to build new communities. Find your people, especially as you guys are walking into your new journey, being on a brand new college, a new scene. You gotta find your community. Connect deeply and also create those spaces for support and empowerment. Don't just be that student that comes in and goes to class and then goes back into the room. You gotta make sure you gotta find your people, because what I always tell my students, you get so much further going at it together versus going at it alone. So always remember that. 2, sense of belonging. You deserve to be in every space you enter. I'm here to say, I deserve to be in every space I am.
I deserve to be in every space I am.
You gotta say, I deserve to be in every space that I enter. Okay? So, I don't care if you're the only person who looks like you in the room, the only one that had to work 2 jobs to get there, or go through so many challenges. You belong. And always remember that. Let that truth sit in your chest when imposter syndrome comes knocking at your door. Anybody know what imposter syndrome is? Okay, because I still do that to this day. But always know that I deserve to have a seat at that table. And when I come into the room, I deserve to be there. So always remember that. Because belonging isn't something that someone gives you. It's something that you carry inside. And it grows like when you show up as your authentic self. I always tell my students, be unapologetically you. All the time. Next, academic excellence. Excellence isn't about perfection, but it's about persistence. It's about asking for help when you need it. My mama always said, closed mouths never get fed. So you gotta speak for what you need. You gotta be an advocate for yourself. It's showing up to that study session. It's rewriting that paper when that professor sends it back and there's all these red marks on it. But not being discouraged in that process, right? It's choosing growth over comfort. You gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is where true growth really does lie. Because again, you're capable of brilliance. But more importantly, you're capable of discipline. Now I want to talk about, I always tell my students, I said, don't be like me, be better. And so in my freshman year, I had the most humbling experience coming in. I thought the same stuff that I could do in high school was the same stuff I could do in college. And boy, when I tell you, I was an honor student, straight A's. I graduated top 10 in my class. But I didn't have to study. I just showed up and took the test. God gave me talent. I'll say it. But when I got to college, again, the most humbling experience. I got my first seat and I like boo-hoo cried. I said, what on earth? Like, what is going on? But I realized, again, those bad habits that I was kind of having in high school, you got to break those when you go to college because college is not the same. Now for my students, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many in here, y'all read your textbook? Raise your hand. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys have textbooks, e-books, Chromebooks, tablets. Only a few. Okay, so if you don't take anything from this speech, I'll tell you one thing. Whatever school you go to, please read your textbook. Because when you go into that lecture, I will never forget Biology 101, and it's James Long. He's still teaching at the NWI. And we went through lecture, and he was just going just rapidly fast, and I said, hold on, where are we going? But the professors are already expecting you to prepare for class. Read your textbook beforehand. I know y'all laughing and stuff, but seriously, because you don't want to be like me. And I was struggling so bad freshman year until I had to really, again, boil down in discipline and get myself together. So, as we're going through, definitely make sure you're having that discipline, but also be proud of every step that you're taking, even the small ones. You got to celebrate your small wins, because at the end of the day, they all count. Cultivating leadership. So, leadership is not just about having the title. It's about using your voice, making the impact. It's speaking your truth in those hard spaces. Because a lot of times you gotta have those uncomfortable conversations to really make true progress. It's about lifting the others as you climb. Again, I always tell my students, it's all about paving the way forward. Because what you're doing now currently, this isn't just for what's going on right now, this is for. So, and also saying like what we're saying, speaking the truth in those hard spaces, but it's also serving when no one is watching. Forget all the applause and like the recognition. Like, are you still doing the work? Or are you being a leader when nobody is congratulating you and nobody is giving you all the hoorahs? Make sure it's still rooted like in your values and that staying grounded. And no matter what major you choose, there will be moments that call you to lead. And don't shrink. Don't wait for permission. Make sure you step up and you bring others with you. Because also, who's to say that a freshman can't be a president of a student organization? I have one of my student leaders now, freshman, this is his first semester here. He's the new president of our Black Student Union. And so, again, going back to what my mom said, close mouths never get fed. You got to make sure you got to speak up. You got to make sure that people are knowing you in those spaces. And that you're not just saying this in the back. And also making sure we're bringing others with us. And then finally, we got the personal and professional development. College is not just about the degree. It's about discovering who you are becoming, really finding your niche. There'll be, college is some of the most transformational years of your life. And the same person that you are today, even the same person that you are when you step foot on campus, should not be the same person you are when you graduate. And if it is, then whoever at that institution, we ain't do our job. So it's making sure that you're going through that process and you're growing throughout each and every opportunity that comes your way. So during that, I want you to make sure you're taking time, because college does go by fast. And when you thought high school went by fast, college can go by so many quick, snap of a finger. But I want you to take the time to explore your passions. What do you enjoy doing, and how can you find like that career with your passion? Because once you find your passion, you'll never work again, never work a day in your life when it is your passion. And so, I want you guys to make sure also when you're going and you're taking this new journey, I really want you to stretch beyond your comfort zone. And again, I was saying earlier, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because your growth really doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be intentional. So making sure that you're doing what needs to be done so that you can get to your destination of success. Because one thing I always say, it's not a one-size-fits-all. What works for you may not work for somebody else. And so what do you need to be doing so that you can get along that pathway to success? So, as you guys step into this new chapter, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Remember, your next 4 years can really determine your next 40. Sit with that just for a second. What you doing now? How do you want people to be? What do you want your legacy to be? I told my students, I said, you're a walking billboard. First impressions matter. But again, how are you going to make this college journey to make sure that you are set and it will live sustainable life after college? So, the habits you form, the risks that you're willing to take, always make sure you're taking those risks. Because I always tell my students again, you don't want to live with any regrets, do it. The relationships that you build, because nowadays, you know, it's not always about what you know, it's who you know. Networking, definitely you have to do it. They will echo so much in your future. So, I want you guys to stand tall in your purpose. Stay rooted in your truth. Keep your values where you're at. Because you're going to have so many distractions when you're going into this new place, right? Make sure you're still rooted in your values. Carry that light and never let anyone do that. And continue to let it grow. So again, congratulations to each and every one of the students, everyone that is here today. We are so proud of you so much. We believe in you, and I cannot wait to see what you guys are able to do in the future. Thank you.
Not yet. Can we give another round of applause for that beautiful. Some of you people are really special here, and I like what you said, you deserve to get anything this week. I'm putting that on my wall. I like that, because so many times we think we don't belong, we can't go in, and we have never seen somebody rock up, or somebody like us done it, but we do stuff that's really important. I like that. So at this time, I see the food is getting served. So the next voice you will hear is when we begin our scholarship, announce our scholarship. So while you enjoy the food, please be prepared for that next. All right, thank you.